about, even in training camp, mixing up different lineups, trying to make it as competitive as possible, not making it predictable. That's something I think you'll see as he massage the lineups a little bit to see which ones work the best. Ty Lue will figure it out once the season kicks off.
There is John Wall. It's just great to see him. You mentioned it in our open. It's not an injury season that he's coming off of. It was a healthy scratch for 82 games in Houston. Reminder, he was brought into Houston to win ball games alongside Preseason.
Come on.
James Harden is his name. He's very good at basketball.
Really good,
So he was brought into Houston to have success. It wasn't to tank. They wanted him to be there to get them over that hump. It didn't work out with Harden. It didn't work out last year. Their loss, our gain. A lot of expectations for John Wall, but you put it perfectly. Patience will be key.
You know what? Here's interesting, too, with John Wall. Which is tougher? Dealing with an injury, trying to come back knowing you can't play, or knowing you're healthy, but you can't play. You know, that's something that he had to deal with all of last year, knowing that he could lace him up and get out there and perform.
Wolves win the tap. They'll have it to start the fourth quarter as well. Naz Reid, he can shoot from outside the painted area. Misfires there. Towns out, rivaled for the loose ball by Paul George, his good friend. And now here's the first touch for Wall. Played 14 minutes in that second game in Seattle. Went 1 for 4. But right now, we heard from Ty Lue in our pregame show. They're looking at pace and tempo. The Clippers last year, depending on what website you're on, I used the NBA website, they were 19th in the league in pace. It doesn't necessarily represent extra offense or successful offense, but Ty Lue wants to see a faster-paced game. John Wall can certainly deliver that. Russell opens up the game on a transition 3 after a Clipper turnover.
Yeah, tough turnover that time by Paul George and John Wall, but that time D. Russ was able to maintain his footing on the sideline, knocking the 3, and right back at you. Here comes Marcus Morris. Now, we seen that so much last year at the beginning of the game, where Ty Lue allows Marcus to touch the block a little bit, get comfortable, and get some early opportunity.
He has talked about how he feels coming into this game. As I mentioned before, this is first preseason with the Clippers. Nice block there by Ivica Zubac. Wall ahead to George. Fumbles out of bounds and gets assistance to his feet. And a couple of turnovers here for the Clippers early.
Well, I think it's very important with the Clippers this year, this part right here, rim protection. Because you have so many dynamic players in the NBA that love to put it on the deck. They don't have a 3. They're going to attack the paint. And with Zoo inside, walling up, playing defense without fouling is going to be pertinent to the success of the Clipper defense.
You bring up length inside, though. The Clippers, I imagine, will be a team that plays small as much, if not more, than anybody else in the league, if this is the roster going forward, if Ivica Zubac is your true center.
Yeah, one team that would challenge him probably is Toronto. Toronto is a team that across the board is just long, athletic. The Clippers are deeper from a skill position perspective, but you can see that. And once again, here he is in one of his favorite spots, Senior, able to knock in that open 3.
Turnover, Minnesota Wolves. And now they watch Kawhi for 3. In and out, and Naz Reid with the rebound. Marcus Morris has playfully called his shot that he's going to lead the league in three-point percentage. We are here for it. Russell, the southpaw, rainbow shot, no, and a flat-footed John Wall with the rebound.
Well, but with John Wall, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard, he should get a lot of looks. I don't care if it's from the wing, whether it's top of the key on the dribble drive, or it's a skip pass into the corner, he'll be able to get it. And one thing that we talked about in training camp was John Wall's ability to see the floor. And that time it was a pick and roll with Kawhi. He's going to attract a lot of attention, and the quick decision to Senior in the corner. He's going to get a lot of those opportunities.